Got to set this down. Here we go. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to talk about VAs, VA loans, veterans, people in the military that want to buy homes, and I've got some really neat information for you. So first off, if you're thinking about buying a home, I want to stress you're at the top of a real estate bubble, and this crash is going to be absolutely epic. But I don't want to get into why. There's lots of videos I made on my channel about that. I've been a real estate investor since 2001. I got out before the Great Recession, sold all my homes by mid-2006, watched the chaos unfold, and then was able to take advantage of that scenario later, all right? I want to prepare people now for this, but the military are men and women of the armed services. First off, are amazing because you've made an amazing sacrifice for our country, and I so appreciate it. I really do thank you. I'm a firefighter, and I know what it's like, but nowhere on the level that you do to sacrifice for your fellow man, and I thank you so much. I wanted to say that. Now, you being in the military have an amazing opportunity to grow wealth that you probably don't know of. Now, a lot of people know about VA loans, and they know about the benefits of having a VA loan. However, right now, VA loans seem to be priced a little bit more expensive as far as the interest rate as other mortgage products, right? So some veterans are not taking advantage of them, but I want you to get ready and get excited about an opportunity that is going to be huge coming up here, and that is VA repos. You see, at the top of a market cycle, lots of people dive into real estate, and then as it starts to crash, they either lose their home because they were over leveraged, or they simply, and I know this from experience, literally walk away from their payment because they go, why would I pay this high payment on a house? And this happened a lot in 2008. It's going to happen again when the house value is not what I paid for it. And they just walk away, right? Well, the VA has negotiated with banks a special rate, special terms for loans. I'm just breaking this down to very simple terms, right? So that military, both current and past military employees can benefit from a couple of different things. One, being able to get a good solid loan that's insured, right, with the federal government. The other one being that you can walk in with low down payments or no down payment. And that's really exciting as well, right? For people that are just trying to get in and they don't have the money, especially when you're working for the military, you just don't make a lot of money, right? Well, I know somebody that made a ton of money during the last crash because what he did is he went to his went to the VA and found VA repos, homes that were being taken away from soldiers that were over leveraged or walked away from their home during the last crash, and he was able to literally get into these properties with zero down out of his pocket, and fix them up and sell them or rent them. And what was really neat is when you're dealing with buying a home from a bank, there's no emotion there, right? It's just numbers. And it's one of those things where you can just literally roll in, look at a list, go to this town. Like this guy that I know would go around his city. He would find all the VA repos around, especially there's a lot of VA repos anywhere near a military base, right? Well, he knew that the economy was still strong as far as the military base was concerned because there were still jobs there. There were still other soldiers that needed good housing, good affordable housing. So he went through the list of VA repos. He would drive around and he would pick out which ones he want. And it was literally because he had had a good credit score. He had a good solid job, and he had money in the bank. Even though he didn't need them for these, he had money to show in the bank that, hey, I'm a good citizen, good entrepreneur, smart guy, I know what I'm doing. The bank would literally just give him these houses, and he would start paying payments, obviously, on the homes, but he wouldn't buy the homes unless the payment was less than the rent. And he went out and he bought, I want to say it was like close to 20 of these, renting them out to soldiers. And it was really neat because he knew that the soldiers were going to be a good source of income. They were going to pay the rent because they didn't want to get in trouble with their command. Also, he was able to advertise these rentals on the base. He had it all set up really neat. And I was thinking about it, as we're coming into this next crash, I want to help as many soldiers and military personnel as possible, both present and past, be able to go crush it in this next cycle, because it is true, military do not get paid enough, And I wish they did get paid more, but they just don't. And so it's like, well, what can we do to help them? Well, one of them is to start to prepare you in your mind for getting ready for this opportunity. There aren't a lot of VA repos right now, obviously, because we're at the top of a cycle, but that is now changing, all right? So what you need to do is you need to start preparing by setting money aside to have reserves, because banks, even with VA repos, are looking for financial reserves. They need to know that if you lost your job or the renter didn't pay rent, that you were able to make that mortgage payment going forward. So you're going to want to start saving cash. On top of that, you're going to want to protect your credit score. And if you don't have a good credit score, you're going to want to start working on a credit score. So there's a lot of services out there that do it. I don't even get into that. Start repairing your credit. Start looking at the long-term goal. The other thing is, I want you to think of this not only as an awesome opportunity, but for making money in the short term, but also long term. Remember, if you're getting to these homes and you don't need to put money down, but you need money to either fix them up and get them going, and you start cash flowing these, after a while, the cash flow will be enough for you to live rent-free in your own home. You can either rent a home somewhere that you and your family have always wanted to be, like on the beach or somewhere on a lake, somewhere exciting, or in fact, as all of those home values start to rise up, because when it crashes and you're able to pick up these homes cheap, the crash doesn't last forever. It starts to pick back up and the home values go back up. Well, as you start to sell off homes, you start to pay off some of your other rentals and your cash flow explodes. So I want to encourage you that way as well. It's not just about, making money right now and turning this into a little business, but actually causing you to have generational wealth and being able to live possibly rent-free or mortgage-free for a certain part of your life. So that's something I really want you guys to focus on, because I think that is really exciting. It's an amazing opportunity. Now, VA loans are not available to people outside of the military, okay? So you would have to have served in the military or be currently serving to be able to enjoy one of those. But I want to just encourage you because there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming up, and I'm really excited to share those with you as they unfold, and I can show you this collapse in real time. All right, guys? All right, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. With that out, no editing. The Economic Ninja is out.